This is Chris Rapinado, Raspberry Pi Project, Linux R143, April 18th, 2022. So anyhow, for the project, what we're doing here is we are mining Dogecoin using our Raspberry Pi. So what I have here is the Raspberry Pi 400, which is a Raspberry Pi literally built into the keyboard, which comes with a mouse, and that's hooked up to the TV here for a monitor using the HDMI cable. So what we had to do to achieve this is we actually had to install a 64-bit operating system. This one came with a 32. So taking the SD card, bring it to my Windows machine here, using the Raspberry Pi Imager, and we went ahead and we chose a 64-bit operating system, which is this guy right here, a ported Debian Bullseye, which is 64-bit. Once that was installed and loaded into the Raspberry Pi, then what we had to do is we had to come over here and get everything set up with the configuration. We had to do all of the updates and everything, the sudo update and whatnot. And then, once we did that, the first step we need to do is we need to go ahead and get a Dogecoin address right here. So, the way you do that is I downloaded the Dogecoin core, went ahead and just did a simple request, which went ahead and gave me here an address. This is what's going to be used for basically linking my coin that I mine to my wallet. So now that we have that, we also need to get a pool to mine. So you go find the different mining pools, and one that's recommended is this Unmineable. Get this out of here. .com.coins, and you go ahead and you fill everything out here. And essentially what you're getting is the server and the port, which is this right here. Next thing you need to do, once all that's set up, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to set up our miner, which is going to be the XM rig. These are all the different things to go ahead and get the build, get everything on there. And once we have the folder created, we go ahead and get our clone and everything set up, we need to go ahead and modify our configuration file. Now with this system, we're using Nano for the text editor, the config.json. And it kind of gives a description of how you need to do that. So, coming over to the system here, this is actually the actual config file where we had to go ahead and go in there and edit that to put in my information, the URL, my name, and also my Dogecoin address. Once that everything was all set, we were able to go ahead and run the miner, which is what's going on here. What it's doing is it's getting jobs from the pool and it's going ahead and doing the mining. In order to track our progress, we can go to the Unmineable URL, which shows here, me as the worker, shows the rate and also how much coin we've had. Now, we can't expect to get rich off this because we're at 0.017 after close 24 hours, and that one Dogecoin is 14 cents, but it's a proof of concept. So anyhow, so we have the operating system there, our editing to the config file, and everything doing the work. All right, thank you very much.